How much time are we at right now?
Probably almost 3 hours. Nah, almost 3.
All right, I got some more for Charlamagne before we go.
Beautiful. I'm sure he'd love it.
Charlamagne had Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Okay, let me just clarify a couple things too. So the Breakfast Club had Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the man with the crazy voice.
Yeah, the Brillo
running for president. They had Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and this time there's a couple things. I still stand on everything that I said about Larry Elder. He washed y'all. And the reason I was using Charlamagne's name in the title and saying Charlamagne got washed is because when people think of the Breakfast Club, they think of Charlamagne.
And if
but if we're being
that's his fault for being that good.
And that's your fault for being the brand, the face.
For being the legend.
And if we're being specific, it really wasn't you that got washed. It was the chick. The chick was getting really washed, like in my opinion. So, but it's just like by proxy. I know you're probably the one that put her in position.
It's proximity, nigga.
Yeah,
like you was near the mine, so it
so
blew
you
up.
gonna take this L with her. You know what I'm
Jay been
saying?
talking about it the whole episode.
And
he said
Envy-
he's tired of niggas lumping him with everybody else.
Yeah. And Envy didn't speak the whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was there.
That's what I'm saying. And you know, so
I wonder how that feels as like a media personality, a broadcaster.
Beautiful.
Imagine you was on this show and you could just not talk for 30 minutes and be paid, be perfectly fine.
Oh, beautiful. You
It's
got
amazing.
you got a black
Envy
woman
don't
talking
care,
for you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, and then so I still stand on everything I said about the Larry. I still think it was a collective wash, even though YouTube titles come on. We're playing the game. Respect the hustle.
You lost.
Respect the game. Your name gets the clicks. Larry Elder and you washed. It booms in the algorithm. I'm sorry.
Just go.
You know what I'm saying? But that now and then they had the Vivek guy. Vivek guy
Ramaswamy.
a month before Larry Elder. So essentially, even though Charlamagne and
Larry.
Envy. Black girl.
What's
Tamika Wallace. I said that last time.
Figueroa?
Yeah, Teslin Figueroa.
Teslin Figueroa.
Nigga, you wasn't that far off.
Yeah.
Like when you, in all honesty, you wasn't that far off.
Yeah.
Like the syllables is damn near the same.
I love that with Tamika Wallace. Like, it
So,
just worked.
even though Figueroa, Teslin, y'all like love to remind us that y'all are like a non-affiliate.
Yeah.
Now that we've had an official Democrat, because that was 2 Republicans back to back. This is the y'all. I've never seen y'all more polite. Y'all let him speak.
Right.
There was no interruption. We actually got to hear. Y'all let him cook for 30 minutes. Y'all
With
let
that
him,
voice.
Y'all-
Out of
that-
all the voices to just let
y'all
go.
let him cook for so long. The questions started getting good, and the nigga had to go. I was like,
Do you kind of have to with his voice though?
no, you don't. So that's the thing.
Yeah,
My
you
whole
kinda
thing is
gotta
keep
do
the same fucking energy, right?
Yeah, he's
so
still a
if
guy.
So if you're gonna be on it, if you're gonna attack Republicans, you have to have that. You got to have that same tenacity, because I'm sure Robert F. Kennedy has something you don't fuck with that you can have the same energy with. I'm talking about overall demeanor was pleasant.
Oh, yeah,
And
for
not
sure,
just
for sure.
it wasn't just like the line of questioning.
For
sure.
I'm talking about overall demeanor, because that's the biggest thing with
Now,
Teslin.
do you think it's because he's white compared to him being black?
Yeah, because like
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
You know, Larry Elder's a black man compared to Robert F. Kennedy being a white man.
And Vivek is
a brown,
a POC.
Yeah, and the
And
energy's a little different. Do you think it has anything to do with that?
You feel a little bit more leniency to hurt people that look like you.
That happens for sure. That definitely happens for sure.
Yeah.
So I think I won't say it's. I will say the Republican weighs heavier.
Okay.
Then let me dunk on a black person of color. I would say that weighs heavier.
No, but I think
that
the
is
combination, it
combination
makes it
is-
even like the
it's kind of a sweet combo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm pissed off, and I was not pissed off. I was disappointed. I was happy that y'all switched up the tune. Now I'm wondering, is this a tune switch up? Because y'all realize the 2 Republicans, y'all made the platform look terrible in terms of a political credibility.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out, is this a switch up, or is this like a legit Democratic switch up just because majority of what this person is saying is what you're agreeing with? Teslin had a little bit of pushback, but just the fact that this overall pleasantness, I didn't even know Teslin could be this nice, because the 2 times that I've seen her, I'm like, I don't even want to be, I don't even, like Teslin is like the type of person that like, I'm on my lunch break and you're arguing with the manager and you're fucking up my 30-minute break that I have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just an issue everywhere you go. You know, like, just overall bad demeanor to where
habitual irritant.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I couldn't believe how pleasant she was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mind you, I already know Charlamagne is a supreme interviewer, so I know he can dip back and forth whenever he feels like it.
We said something nice. Yeah, we like you, nigga. Damn.
Yeah, so I know he can dip back and forth whenever, but it's also his job to check this goddamn motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So when you got somebody making your whole platform lose credibility in the political sphere, if that's the direction you're trying to, you need to reel that in as well too. You know what I'm saying? You're still a coach at the end of the day, and you're coaching her. You can't go down with her ship just because you want her to cook.
Now, do you want him coaching live, or is that something that you say after the show is over? Like, look,
he probably did that.
You did this, and that.
I think
slow it down.
I think
right
there's a
here.
way to control. I think she took too much control.
Exactly.
She took too much control, and I think it was on him to take the control back. But the problem is, I don't think there's only so much control he could take if he doesn't know
from a black woman.
Not only that, if he doesn't know that much about politics, I can't take too much control if we're talking about Muay Thai, nigga, you have to lead this conversation. You know what I'm saying?
He could have taken control in her approach. Still, he could have been like, well, let's let him finish.
He didn't have to take control.
He did do that though. He did do that in all the Republican things, but it was still. But
it took a while though.
You know, it's like just a certain amount of cut-ins that like you're gonna come off like a prick. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been a victim of that too. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like there's only so much you could do when it's happened. You know, to where. It doesn't look like y'all are internally beefing now. You know what I'm saying? Right, so it's like you have to. It's hard, live.
Yeah, and it's not like taking control, but it's controlling where this is going.
At least controlling the energy, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, guys, simmer down.
You're playing the moderator.
We've seen him do that before.
We have,
because I know he's capable of that shit.
Right.
And like when you say control, I'm thinking of everybody, not just her.
Oh yeah,
I'm thinking of the whole room.
Yeah,
because it was Larry Elder. He's just like
he started getting pissed off.
He started getting a little.
He was like, "This is why I went red, so I didn't have to do with."
But I still feel like he held his frame extremely well to be attacked for an hour and a half like that.
Yeah,
like that still shows he was holding your frame like that is not easy. Excuse me.
And you go, who better than him though? Like first of all, you walk into a room, you're a politician. You're a black Republican.
Yeah.
These are like, the world is already against you, damn. With those two things.
For sure.
And he probably married a white woman for all we know.
For sure. But I would love to Google that.
Yeah, that is a good Google.
I feel like that's good information.
But it is strange how, like, being a Democrat, you think that's what changed everything.
I don't know if they.
You don't know what to attribute it to.
I don't know what to attribute it to
because it's so many variables that change at the same time.
Because it could have been they just look like.
And wow, he would make OJ jealous.
Holy shit!
God damn, that's crazy.
That is crazy. That is
insane.
That is white.
So he married a white woman. And she looks like
she has the whitest haircut of all time.
She looks like Caitlyn Jenner. For being
for sure. He looks like OJ, nigga. Fuck it.
He does. That's an American couple right here.
Oh my god, yo, that's a.
I wonder how.
That's a redneck's worst nightmare right here.
I know her family trust fund is crazy.
Hell yeah, she's probably a Rothschild.
Yeah.
I wonder how he
or Soros.
How you fuck a white girl like that? I'll be scared.
So I'm curious to know.
Yeah.
But I'm disappointed they didn't keep the same energy.
Yeah.
I'm applauding them because they actually didn't come off and look like complete fools. But then there was slight pushback, but I didn't see a lot of pushback. And I'm gonna give my even Teslin did better. It was like, when a Republican comes up there, she's so focused and hungry on the attack.
Yeah.
And it's funny, too, because it was like Charlamagne was trying to say Larry was looking for his clips. It felt like Teslin was going for her viral moments. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just her energy felt like...
I don't even think she wanted to go viral. I think she really wanted to hurt that dude's feelings. Yeah, that's how personal that shit felt.
Yeah.
She came up there trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, when you're trying to prove a point, it can come off. Yeah. It can come off.
And that's the thing,
a little tricky sometimes.
You gotta go in with an open mind, man.
And I'll say this, but I will say that I did like that. Even when she there was maybe one or two moments, I think it might have been two moments, she disagreed, but she did it the way that
She's supposed to.
The common person. I disagree with that because of this, this, and this, but that's completely fine. Now, I do have another question. Let's move the fuck on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to disagree because this the whole thing when you're talking to these presidential candidates, you're going to disagree. Yeah. But it's not on you to get stuck on the disagreement because now we're just arguing, and then at some point somebody will take it away from the conversation, take a cheap shot. Now we're just watching two grown people embarrass themselves in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? And it just sometimes shoots the credibility of everything down at that point.
Right. Sometimes when you hooping, like you'll get a layup that's just so wide open that you miss because you wasn't expecting to be so free.
Yeah,
like they had a dude come in that is like culturally everybody's gonna call him the COO word.
Right.
So it was just so easy that they got too eager for the shit.
Yeah.
I was about to say, and I think RFK coming on, him being Democrat played like a huge role.
I do too. I definitely do too.
I think Kennedy played a huge role, nigga. Black people love the Kennedys.
But I think it was just deeper than that. Like I think Charlamagne's boss was like, "Hey, you know, my friend's coming," and it happened to be a Democratic Party member. I think it's at that level.
To be fair, yeah, I mean,
because I don't know,
we can't take that off the table on some conspiracy.
You can't hold anything.
But you got to mention it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, that's on some conspiracy where it's just like so interwoven into the man and the company, and so sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so no, we'll because big conspiracy
because Charlamagne because Charlamagne is smart enough to not mess up 2 times, especially when it comes to political debates.
Exactly,
so
bro.
The fact that he went, it happened 2 times with a Republican.
Exactly.
And after that first one, he wasn't like, all right, maybe we was tripping.
Bro.
Maybe we should be a little bit more fair.
Maybe we could have came in a different way.
All of a sudden, it came to the Democratic time.
And we talking about a complete one. I mean,
now it's flowers.
I don't even recognize these people.
And
I'm
butterflies.
Like, who are these niggas? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was complete switch.
It's bad because even if it was genuine, at this point, it's already happened too much. It's too far.
I'm allowed to create that story in my head.
Because of what you do. It makes sense now. Like,
And another thing that fucks up the credibility of black people, if you're looking for political
discourse.
Yeah. If it messes it up.
Yeah.
Because it's the thing. It's like the thing that they did for Robert F. Kennedy, and the thing that I think is just like the sandwich method. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's gonna have some. If you're not typically, you can claim you're not a Democrat or Republican. I'm in the middle too. I'm not a registered voter. You know what I'm saying? But on this most recent one, there was like one issue I voted Republican on because I heard something specifically that the nigga said that I'm like, no, I want that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but everything else, was pretty much it goes wherever. Yeah.
But it's really, I don't know. I need to see it, but
oh yeah, I put the thing in there.
I wish they would have been harder on him because it sounded like it was just
it was, but, and that's another thing that I'm upset at. I'm upset that they didn't keep the same energy because every politician got some bullshit you don't agree with.
Because I feel like what this could be, like I don't want this to be like, some monkey see monkey do. Like they're kind of like making what is it called? Fucking cooking line for black people to just vote Democratic or something like
exactly.
Line.
Yes, an assembly line.
Okay,
because it's like it don't take much for like niggas, man. Like
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Once you have 2 mean conversations with Republicans, and subconsciously
you can go back a little bit because
we're not supposed to like them.
Subconsciously, you're not gonna like them.
Yeah, and that's what I don't
like.
Because
there's disagreement. There's like it's not a healthy discourse.
That's the biggest thing that I don't like. So like what I wanted to say before we even watch this, as somebody who's like who's been paying a lot more attention to politics, I would say the last 8 years of my life, or I would say the last 4 years. Say the last 4 years to be way more accurate. When I look, I don't trust in any of them. I don't believe in any of them really at the end of the day. Like if I'm being all the way 100%, you know? So when I go somewhere, I don't mind going to both sides. You know what I'm saying? I can listen to a completely wild side to one person and hear 1 or 2 things that I think is valid. But just because 80% of it, I'm not caught up on the 80. I heard the 10%. I think the rest is BS, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're somebody who's going to host both sides of the party, you have to be able to get both of those things out, right? So it's like when Larry Elder came, I didn't like how quickly they brushed over we need to rebuild the black family. because what happened in that interview with Charlamagne and Tesla were like, we're not going to disagree with you about that, and let's go back to the attack. It's like, no, let's dive deep into the black family. Let him get his points off. Like, you let this nigga get off. What's the code word for the vaccinations? You know, the code word for that, so that little thing doesn't. Maxine, you know, like they let him get the whole Maxine spiel in.
Of course.
Bro, that was the first 15, 20 minutes. I'm
Wait,
like,
we're not even allowed to say the word now?
Or you should get that little.
You get the pop up.
You get that little pop up, like you see like that right there. So yeah.
And this is what I mean by Charlamagne got that call from a higher up and was like, "Yo, like Daddy's coming." Like, man,
you better sit up straight.
Man, you better.
Hey, you better
fix your posture.
You better tell her not to be cutting people off.
Yeah.
You know.
And because it's only. You got to do one or the other. You got to like.
I need to see them.
You have to make everybody look good, or try to like put everybody up so like you can set them up,
right?
Or you do the exact opposite to everybody.
I need the keep that same energy. You got to keep the same energy. That's what. So if I don't see them, because we're still getting into it. If I don't see that energy from her, towards a Democrat at all, I know it's fixed. Unless she just completely fixes her energy on these from now on, and then I get a more balanced back and forth on both sides. But I'm interested to see the next Republican that comes on, and I'm interested to see if she ever goes straight rabid again on Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to see you keep the same energy, essentially.
And if
or why would I care what any of y'all think? It's like all these interviews become pointless when you don't keep the same energy with people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe they're not smart enough. Because when you have somebody on that like morally you agree with, like they probably agree on a lot of different things.
Right.
But for the sake of conversation in an interview, you kind of have to spice it up a little bit.
Right, of course.
And maybe they're not intelligent enough to create a counter argument for something that they might agree with.
The thing is, they're probably smart enough to tell us that. But when you're dealing with politicians, these are niggas skilled and not answering questions.
They've been bred for this.
That's what I'm saying. Like they spend their whole lives training to not tell you shit when you want shit.
But at the end of the day, that's on you to get a representative of somebody who's used to dealing with them, to where, because you don't have to get somebody in a gotcha moment to get your clip off, right? A clip hits just as hard when you ask a question. They do the little, okay, no, it's okay. Don't even worry about that. Because it's like you laid it out so beautifully and walked them down this road to where it's like.
I assure you, nigga, a black woman telling you to not worry about it is her getting you. Like, don't worry about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially in that type of voice.
Especially
like
in that,
hang it up.
Yeah, so it's like, that is the clip. And if we're seeking views, which we all are, we pull that part out and end it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's a word called grace.
Yeah.
And she needs to learn it.
Yeah, bro. You know? So it's like, this is just like a little, Robert F. Kennedy's voice. He started it off by saying, this is probably the word. Let me not do that. That was sick. He pretty much said his voice is worse than it's ever been. He said this is one of his.
He didn't have to say that. He already said it. He said it when he introduced himself, nigga. We know.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You know what he blames this on?
What?
He thinks it was
the flu shot.
Yeah, the flu shot from back in the day.
Yeah.
But the '96 flu shot.
Specifically, yeah.
Because I think even Charlamagne, it was him on the Brilliant Idiots. He was like, that was the year Jordan got the flu, nigga. I think the flu was rampant.
Yeah.
I wasn't alive in '96.
I thought he was on dog food.
You did heroin courses?
Oh my God, that might be the dog. This might be the dog food section. I ain't gonna lie. He talked about that dog food, about being on it for like 15 years.
Robert F. Kennedy?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, this is
president right here.
I was also thinking objectively. I was thinking, okay, he's on a black platform. He's doing everything correct. He's just saying all the things that black people can do, that we can do for black people. He's doing all that stuff correctly. And then once he started talking about being addicted to heroin or dog food for 15 years, I said,
You were sold.
I said, niggas don't want to hear that now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a black, you know, that doesn't work for black people. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
depends.
that works for a conservative fighting the opioid. You know, whites are fighting the opioid addiction right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like you sell that to them.
I don't know,
Don't
man.
tell black people you was on heroin for 15 years. They can't deal with it. You know
What
what I'm
about
saying?
crack? You think crack is more marketable for black
I
people?
don't know. Mark this area though, because I might go through just to clean up some of the because the dog food and stuff. I missed it a couple times, so
Yeah.
it's kind of strange. We're gonna get it right though. We're
It's
gonna
a
figure
weird
it out.
world.
Yeah.
You get dog food has to be okay.
Dog food is fine, but I didn't say dog food every time. Yeah.
And it's weird.
Can't even say the drug. We don't have it. And you know what's crazy? If we was doing a tutorial on how to take it, it'd probably be fine.
Yeah.
Dog food is so much more funnier. though.
It's so good.
Dog
Yeah,
food.
dog food.
Shout out
yeah.
to Jeezy,
It
man.
sounded like he was on cat food though. Just the
Yeah.
way his voice is.
But
mule food.
his voice is crazy. Like, look at the chair, man. Look at that chair.
That chair is so reclined. I thought he had his legs up.
His chair.
I'm talking about Charlamagne. Though. I'm talking about the throne.
And you want to know what's crazy? Like every time like one of his guests sees that chair, he gets an energy. Like back in the back of his mind, I wonder if he's looking at him like, does he think my chair is stupid?
Does it kind of feel like he's sitting on the side of the chair? Like, does the chair
It
have
does.
that much room in it?
It
to
looks
where
like
he could
looks
just-
like a large chair.
like he's off center and he's still sitting down perfectly still.
Yeah, it looks like a huge chair.
It's not a chair, it's a throne.
You're right.
Definitely just audio.
You do
for
have to
this
address
one,
it
too,
properly.
'cause I know the
Yeah.
Breakfast Club.
I'm just
Hey,
gonna do audio, but I'm just putting up the chair so they can see it. That's why I did that.
I was thinking of a fire title that might irritate him, and I might title this one "Charlamagne checks co-host during presidential." Something like that.
You know what I was thinking earlier, but I
Something
forgot to say
along
it?
the lines of that, like gets Tesla in check. You know, something like that.
I was thinking about this earlier, but I forgot to say it. We might have to catfish this nigga. We might have to have the craziest video title with a thumbnail, have him think we going in, and it's just a compilation of everything good we said about this nigga.
Yeah.
I don't have the time. I don't have the time for that.
We don't have the time for that, but if we could just make that happen somehow, we had an intern who was able to do that shit.
That'd be nice.
That'd be beautiful.
But
just a little sneak diss, a little sub.
you'll be all right, nigga.
I'm playing with him.
You'll be all right. I'll come fuck with one of your crystals in South Carolina one day. All right, let's listen to this part. This might be the dog food section.
I thought you said you gonna fuck with one of his crystals.
crystals.
Oh, I was about to say you gonna come for his black women.
fast food restaurants. You know what I really meant to do though? I meant to bring his Black Privilege book. I was just gonna have it sitting on the table.
His
this
Black
whole
Privilege
episode.
book?
I meant to do it. I forgot.
Shit, I bought that shit too, nigga.
I was gonna be trolling at an all-time
Oh,
high
God.
today. Yeah, I left it in the house though. But
I
it's all
bought both
good.
of them shits. Just one of them was audio.
I got both of them too. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Hell yeah.
I don't know. You should tell him that.
Down to $2 a bag
He wouldn't
at
listen.
that point, and that's
Oh
when
yes,
I
this is the dog food
cheap.
Wait,
part.
$2 a bag for
Yes.
drugs?
That's
It was
why
like,
I
you know,
screwed-
it was a-
go back
it was a
even
preview.
more. Go back even more. Bring it back like
$2 for
it was. He was going so in on the dog food. I said, Lord Jesus, I have to play
Yo,
this.
that's the healthiest he sounded. For that little stretch of whatever we just heard, he didn't sound that bad.
I was
That's
wondering
good,
why
yeah.
his sleeves was rolled up. He getting hot from talking about it.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
And this older boy picked me up hitchhiking, and he offered me some LSD, and I said, will I see dinosaurs if I take that? And he said, well, you might. And I took it, but I had a very fast progression. And my progression, I was taking heroin within a couple of months of that.
Hold on, before you skip to the heroin, did you get to Jurassic Park?
I went to Central Park.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, I
rapport
went to
right there.
72nd Street in Central Park. That was the time when, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's a movie called China Syndrome. Oh, no, it's called, I forget the name of the movie, but it's where they stole all the heroin from the French mafia. And the New York
got a
police
wet dream
then,
watching that shit.
stole that heroin and sold it on the street. And the price of heroin went down to $2 a bag at that point, and that's when I found it, and it was very cheap and available. It was a preview of what happened when they made OxyContin legal, essentially. there was a lot of people in my generation who were picking it up. I picked it up. I got addicted. I was addicted for 14 years, always unwillingly. I was, taking drugs without my own permission, always trying to stop, but unable to.
Whoa, he needs to elaborate.
And
addiction.
But and so
addiction,
I understand
much, yeah.
addiction. I understand. Hunter Biden's, I have compassion for whatever he has.
I feel like nobody can really stomach more of that.
Yeah. It was just.
I feel like he might be one of the greatest candidates of all time if we could hear what he was saying.
Yeah, me too. I feel like once he said the dog food was $2 a bag, I said, "Oh, we have to hear this on the show."
Yeah,
this is crazy.
$2 a bag.
$2 a bag.
That sounds like the glory time.
Bro,
that's like when movies
the
was
glory
25
days.
cents, nigga.
Yeah, exactly, bro. There was a lot of zombies walking around when it was $2 a bag for sure.
Nigga, what? Central Park?
I ain't never done nothing that hard, but I don't know any recreational that's $2 a bag.
How can you turn down anything that's $2?
You can't turn it down. That's the biggest point. You can't turn it down.
I've never bought a drug that was $2.
Never, bro. Never.
My drugs are worth more.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Back in Reggie days, you can get a 5-bag though. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even
a dime bag.
Yeah,
probably,
but that was in like that was Reggie days.
Were you buying drugs in that era? I don't think we was alive for the $5 bags.
I mean,
I was on the very back end of it. It pretty much was 10.
I feel like for our era, the minimum that you could buy was the 10.
Yeah.
That's what it was for.
The 5 was rare, honestly.
Or
if a nigga threw you a 5, like
he was either having a bad day or he was at the end of his pack.
Yeah.
And there's no need in selling half a gram.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, let's see. But yeah, man, Robert F. Kennedy, man.
Hey, man.
The Breakfast Club and the politics.
And it's crazy how he kind of just, like, slick said he was addicted to dog food and Oxycontin.
It wasn't
Robert,
both. He used Oxycontin as a metaphor. Or like
he was saying
said what happened with heroin is what's happening with Oxycontin in recent years.
Oh,
right. That dog food is like that opiate. See, but this is for a middle of America crowd. Black people don't want to hear all that. You know what I'm saying?
But
I don't.
Yeah. Black people are more like, hold up now. You were doing what?
For how much?
But I also,
for how long? You know what I'm saying?
Where'd you buy this?
You're not just doing one thing for so long, nigga. You touch another thing.
Exactly.
Nah, nigga, you got $2. First of all, the power of and the cheapness of $2. That's all you need.
But you also
shit.
Yeah, it's all good.
But this is RFK. So he probably has access to doctors who can just write him prescriptions for nothing.
He's getting pedigree, nigga.
Like, yo, you going bald. Here's some Quaaludes. Make you forget about you going bald.
Right.
And accelerates your symptoms.
It's crazy. He's not really going bald.
That's the least of his worries. But that hairline is thinning in the corners.
Drastically.
But white dude hairlines, they have a little bit more leniency. You get what I mean? They don't have to be perfectly symmetrical.
Yeah, it doesn't, because they have hair on top, so
Like,
it's like
the way
they can do a lot of different things for a long time, even while they're balding.
If you see, Chico Bean damn near has the same haircut as him, but it's just 1,000 times worse on the black man.
He doesn't have plaits.
That's true.
Yeah, Chico Bean need to cut that off.
Chico Bean.
Yeah, the joke has run its course.
Chico
at this
got
point, right?
It was a joke.
I think it was a joke at first.
It was a joke. It was a joke at first during COVID.
He started to love it.
And like he actually started growing his hair out. Like it became a real thing.
It was a joke, and then it's a joke that won't stop now.
Nigga, his hair like touching his neck.
Bro, he got hang time.
Yeah,
like it's long.
For real.
I ain't never seen a nigga cornrow and have the craziest, but like that's the first I've ever seen that in my entire life.
But nobody's shit looks worse than Benny the Butcher. They put a picture of Benny the Butcher with his new braids right up to George Washington on the dollar bill.
I think I did see that.
And that shit looked crazy.
Yeah. I think I did see that.
Insane.
That did look crazy. I thought it was a Photoshop. It was so crazy.
Nope. That shit is legitimate, nigga.
Damn.
He paid for that.
Oh, nah.
God damn. That right there.
Yeah, he needs to go bald. That's crazy.
You trying to be like Ho?
Somebody butchered
Might
his
as well make
goddamn
that look like a
haircut.
Jerry curl from down here too.
It's the butcher, nigga.
That could be anything. He do.
Have y'all ever seen
He
Basquiat?
do look like Paul Revere.
Y'all ever seen Basquiat, like what he looks like?
Yeah.
He look like he do dog food, right?
Basquiat?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I just saw a video of what Basquiat looks like for the first time and like heard him talk.
For the first time?
Yeah, for the first time.
Wait, can we Google Basquiat so I can make sure I'm thinking about the right nigga? He has dreads, right?
Yeah,
The free forms that kind of stick
Looks
up
like
a little
Jay-Z.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Like Jay-Z
yeah,
jacked
that's
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Jay-Z
Literally.
jacked this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing about Basquiat. I'm not an art nigga.
Don't, yeah, we not even going to pretend to know.
I'm not at least.
He looks
yeah.
important.
Mm-hmm.
And
He was an
But the
influential
comments-
painter.
Yeah, but the comments were like, wow, Jay-Z really stole this nigga's whole stuff. Like, I was just wondering if y'all.
Some OG made a joke and was like, Jay-Z got like a gay painter's hairstyle.
I've
forgot
heard that
who it
joke a couple
was.
times.
who's the gay painter? Basquiat?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was gay.
Me neither. I heard it in the joke. The few times I
Nah,
have heard that joke.
Yeah, Basquiat was a homosexual.
But that's some shit a fellow Brooklyn nigga would do to disrespect you. Like, you got a gay haircut.
Yeah.
Or you're
Pause.
aspiring to be after a gay person, pretty much. I think that's really the biggest thing. You're
Yeah.
changing your likeness and
Yeah, I was about to
image.
say, yeah, clean that shit up.
Yeah.
That could have sounded crazy.
Likeness and image for that.
Hell yeah.
But I think that's it, y'all. I had like 2 other things, but I'm done.
Yeah, who really cares about that?
Yeah. I'm done.
Yeah, nah.